sexy, it hurts. And I'm too sexy for Milan, too sexy for Milan, New York and Japan.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, to this week's edition of Doing It with Styles. I appreciate your support for the show and all the other shows that we have here at WWDBTV. And for those of you people who don't watch, so you all know how much I love music and how much it means to me personally. And I've got a guy here that thinks he's a musician. Now, he sent me some clips of the stuff that he does, and I kind of have to agree with him. They're pretty good. And this is Joe, the associate. Joe, welcome.
Thank you, John. Appreciate you having me.
And so you got a band, right?
I do. Yeah.
And what is the name of the band?
The name of the band is The Associate Band, and it's a little confusing because I'm Joe the Associate, but we're all associates. And anyway, it's The Associate Band.
Okay, well, as long as they know who they are.
That's right. That's
Okay.
the important thing.
Yeah. So what got you into this? How did you get started? What was the impetus that said, I want to start a band?
Great question. I just started off just doing open mics, and I kept playing different open mics, and then I noticed it was more fun playing with people.
Right.
So then from the open mics, you start to get little, what you want to play guitar, and then it developed into a band, and it's such a crazy process. And the band, then our first bands are very unreliable and not really, but it keeps going, and then I kept getting the members. Man, I call it luck. What I have, to be honest with you, John, I just got lucky, and right now I have 3 unbelievable musicians with me, and I'm the 4th guy in the band. And
right, you play guitar, right?
I do.
Yeah. Is that the only instrument you play, or?
Yeah, and I'm embarrassed because everybody in the band plays every instrument except me. I'm the only one.
Well, as long as they do, then you don't need to, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I'm writing most of the songs.
Okay.
All of the songs, and so
do you do any covers?
We do. We have been, and we're venturing more because we're realizing the potential of the band, and we know we need that, and we like playing house parties and stuff too. So people want to hear those sometimes. So
okay, so give me your definition of a house party.
Okay, house party would be like people having a great time. In this case, a live band playing, and people mingling, partying, and everybody. It just seems like everybody's really relaxed.
Yeah, but I mean, this is at somebody's house.
Correct.
They're having a party, and so they hire you guys to come in. Okay.
Correct.
And I first heard about that a couple of years ago. I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah.
And apparently it's becoming a pretty big deal.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I have a lot of fun at house parties.
Yeah.
I like to play house parties because then when you're done, also you're in the party.
Right. And you get to interact with the audience.
Right. And everybody kind of knows you. Yeah. And it's nice if you play it for somebody that you know.
Right.
Already.
Right.
So yeah, that's it. Just a great time, and depends on the occasion.
What's the weirdest thing that's happened to you playing a house party?
The weirdest thing was the last time the drums were blowing away. We only wound up doing like one of the 2 sets because everything,
was so windy,
but it was good for us. It was a new adventure.
Yeah.
And it was, but it was semi-challenging.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's tough to play if you don't have a drummer or a bassist, huh?
Yeah, it changes it.
Yeah. So I mentioned that you sent me a couple of clips, and I think you brought one today that the Hot Damn.
Yes.
Okay, let's take a quick look at that if you don't mind. Okay.
Sure. One look the moment you caught my eye. Hot damn, this ain't no closing line. One look at you and I burn with desire. Jumping inside your car. Hot damn, what you trying to do? Can't you see I'm in love with you? Hot damn, girl, let's socialize. I'm gonna need to get near to those eyes. Hot damn, you got me busted now. I wanna see what you're all about. Hot damn, when I look at you, hot damn, see no frozen fire. One look at you and I burn with desire.
Okay, guys, what did you think? Me too,
I
huh?
liked it.
So I love the cars in it.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
to me, that was the first
Right,
thing.
right.
You know, the classic car. Where did you shoot that?
That was done at Atomic Motors in Henderson. That's why we really wanted to do it there,
Yeah.
because we just we love the place and having all those classic cars and planes and everything else they got over there.
Well, it
Cool.
it really created the atmosphere for the piece, I think.
Right.
So and how did that song come about?
Good question. Well, it's really a universal feeling, like it doesn't happen to me anymore because I'm married. But like if a pretty girl walks by and you're like, you're taken by, and you're like, oh, wait a minute,
Hot damn.
hot damn, hot damn, yeah, what do you
Yeah.
have going on? All of a sudden, as men, like we just changed. We want to know
Yeah.
about what's going on, and so that's pretty much it. Just try to tap into that
Yeah.
universal feeling.
So when you
And girls say that too. Girls,
yeah,
they say
they do.
too. Yeah.
So when you write a song, do you already hear it in your head, or do you sit down and say, okay, I'm going to sit down and write a song?
Okay. Great questions again, John. You're good. So basically, for Hot Damn is weird. In the beginning of it, I say this song came to me in a dream. And so I dreamed two songs. I really feel like I shouldn't even take credit for it.
Yeah.
I dreamed Hot Damn and one other song, and I just made sure that I put them in my recorder when I woke up because I'll
Right.
forget them. And so those were the easy ones. But I really, it seems to me like now that I've been doing it for a while, I have several different ways. I have my song ideas, then I have my music that I like.
Right.
And then a lot of times now that I've got more experience, I'm trying to match the music with an I like I feel like there's a feeling for, different music that goes
I,
with it.
I get that 100%.
Right.
And when we're done here, I'll show you why.
Okay.
But so I understand exactly what you're saying there. And do you find that um, it's just like something hits you, and I've got to sit down and get this down right now?
I do like to pursue it enough that I know, okay, the main
Right.
idea is there, and then I might even leave. What else do I want to do with this in the future?
Right.
Sometimes I'll be singing a song and I'll have maybe other lyrics, and then I'll be driving around. I like it to resonate with it now
Right.
for a couple of days or a week, and I'm driving around and I'm singing it, and then the real title will hit me,
Yeah.
and I go, no, that's what this song is about.
Right.
And when it hits me, I know, and then I'll translate the song to that if I like the other part of the song.
Right.
So
So do you? I mean, are these you write them all yourself, or do you collaborate with any of the other band members, or have you?
I write them all myself. I have collaborated here and there with some of the band members. Um, Two of them are excellent singer-songwriters also.
Right.
So like Joey Hines plays bass and does accompanying vocal, and
Right.
he has about, I'm thinking, I don't know. He might have like 10 or 11 albums out of his
Really?
material. Yeah,
Wow.
he's pretty well known.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I'm honored that they all joined me
Yeah. No
too.
kidding.
And the lead guitarist, who is amazing, Nick Linden, we call him Nick Lightning. He also he has uh, produced a couple of our songs,
Right.
and he also has now put out his own stuff, but just kind of started.
Right.
Our drummer is Sam Kaywood, and he has about 400 songs.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's a talented guy too.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's an honor to play with those guys.
So and you have two female vocalists too. That are they permanent members, or are they just you brought them in for specific songs, or
Good question. I did at one time we had two. Um, right now, Mariah Cody was one of them, and she was the "Come and See Me" girl from Hot
right?
Damn,
Yeah.
and she's been with me since the beginning. She was running into a problem because of she was also playing out and going on trips, and she was with her boyfriend, and but she was with us on the last show, so she's kind of like they're still associates
Right.
with. And Caroline Tronosky was also very talented, is very talented, and she just had some health issues at the time, and so I would love to link up with them further down the road.
Right.
I wanted to concentrate on the
Sure.
main part of the band. We have one other guy who was kind of stepped away but he wasn't in the Hot Dam. This was after the Hot Dam. It's Wayne David, but he's stepped away for a little while to work, but he's still an associate. He plays harmonica and saxophone.
Oh, wow.
And also lead guitar too.
Yeah.
So it was like we had two lead guitars, but so we're kind of scaled down right now, and we're going to put out some footage real soon of the last place that we played, and the footage is getting pretty good. It's getting, yeah, it's like I'm impressed by it, and I'm my worst critic.
I thought it was good work.
Thank
You
you.
know, the three clips that I saw, I thought was good work.
You're gonna love our new stuff. Then
Okay, good. Yeah.
to step up.
Well, I'll only love it if you send it to me.
I will send it
Okay,
to you.
all right.
I have to now.
All right, now
Appreciate you.
the thing is that I got that on film, so don't bullshit me.
Oh,
Okay?
yeah. What's the
You're stuck now.
Well, Joe,
I can take this to,
right.
I can take this to court.
You're right. You're right.
So, what's the one thing that you enjoy the most about playing, or do you enjoy the playing or the writing?
Great question again. I love songwriting. Like so, I have about 28 songs right now. So during this process, I'm telling the band because they are so good. I'm like, we got to get these songs down. We've got to have them because if we want to be, at the next level,
Yeah.
we've got to have that stuff.
If you want to work, yeah.
But I can't help it. It's in my nature. And while that's happening, I have another album. It's not. I'm holding it back because I want to get the music.
Sure. You want to focus on that,
right?
Yeah.
But even with that process, and the band wants to play it too, so
Yeah.
they're all no, we want it. So I do have another album that will probably come along in about 3 months.
Okay.
Only because it's on the back burner.
Right.
And but I do kind of like that, as I mentioned before, because I like the time with the songs, because sometimes they do evolve,
Right.
into something else. So, but I love songwriting. I love playing live on the stage, and I like when I do a good job. I hate walking off the stage when I'm uh, not satisfied with my performance.
And here's the thing that in most cases, you're the only one that knows that you've made a mistake, right? Because the people listening, if they don't know the song, if they don't know the music, and it's new to them, they don't know.
Right.
And if you miss a note, I mean, the other band members might,
Right.
I'm sure they know, but you're not.
True.
But I do understand that,
Right. Well, I walked off once. I'm like, oh, we did bad. I didn't sound good, and we did bad. Then I'm watching it, and I'm like, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's different, or it was, but it was, we had one less player, so the sound was different, but well, it sounds good looking at it. So I always like to review them, but
Right.
usually that's not what I say. Usually when I'm looking at it, I'm like, no, I could have did this.
But and don't ever lose that,
right,
because when you stop seeing that
right,
and you think,
right,
then that's when it's time to give it up.
right.
It's okay if other people say it, that you're great and all that,
No,
but as long as you keep missing those, or catching those things that you think you've missed,
right,
you're going to be trying to improve and trying to get better and trying to overcome that. So
right, and the band, and if we
Yeah.
miss something as a
Right.
band, and yeah, and that's what I really was initially drawn to when I talked about the open mics and stuff. What I liked about it so much is it reminded me of my background in wrestling. It's very humbling. It's there's no lying about it. It's on video.
Yeah.
You can listen to it. I can't say I was good. I'm listening to myself. So I really liked that it was very concrete, and that you could just hear the
Right.
result of what you think, and it doesn't matter. You can't lie to yourself.
Yep.
So I did like that aspect.
Well, and the other band members too, because they know.
Right.
And being in a band that's your other family.
Right.
It is a family. And
Yeah.
if you have a good family, they're
Yeah.
going to tell you when you're screwing up, right?
Right.
They're going to call you on it.
Yeah.
In
They'll let
a
me
good
know.
way. Yeah.
They will let me know, those guys.
Yeah.
So
So from what I understand you saying earlier was that all of the members in the band are better than you are. And so that's the way to do it. because you are going to learn from those people, and you can see what you can become as you go further. I'm not saying that you're bad now or anything. I'm just saying that always try to hang with people that know more than you do, that are better than you are in a lot of ways, so that
Right.
you can't help but absorb that.
It's fun to be around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I don't know if, I mean, they are better, and it's well, who knows? But they just, some of them are just
Let me
talented.
rephrase
Like
that. They're more experienced.
right, and well, and they're talented.
Yeah.
Like the league, they're all talented. They're all talented guys.
Well, you must have something, or they wouldn't still be hanging with you.
Well, that's, and we all have a specialty, and that my specialty is the songwriting,
Right.
and the lyrics, and they like the lyrics.
So that's why they put up with you, is because you write good songs.
That's it. The only reason.
No, like I said, I've seen the clip, so you guys do okay. You're doing good.
Thank you.
So, yeah. So what are your plans? What are you hoping to do in the next year or two?
Okay, well, that's pretty big. That's a big time frame in that time.
Okay, how about 3 days?
Okay, 3 days more realistic. But even looking there, like we're looking there. I feel like uh, we're getting ready to be on big stages.
Okay.
I feel like that's where we belong.
What's the biggest audience you played?
I would say, just like a packed room,
Okay.
big packed room. So
Okay.
50 to 100 people.
Okay.
But no, I want to get bigger. I want to get downtown on some of those stages.
Right.
And I want to get everywhere.
It'd be nice if you could get on one of the downtown, on the Fremont Street stages.
Right. And I think we belong there. I think
Yeah.
we need to get to bigger stages than we're on, but we can't do it without being on the stages that we're on now.
That's it. You got to walk before you can run.
Right.
And it's tough in this town, like we talked about before. It's there's an enormous amount of talent here,
Yeah.
and there is such a limited place for them to showcase that talent without having to pay for it. Four-walling it, and you pay for this and you pay for that, and then we'll split the door or something like that. So, and that's hard.
Right. It is.
That's
It
hard.
is. And we have at the same time, we have two bands that are kind of with us at the same level and the same pace, and that we've seen them develop with us, and
Right.
we're sometimes amazed at those bands, and we're like, oh, and them with us, and we had the pleasure of headlining last time. We were at the bonfire, and we headlined, and we got to play with one of the two bands, which was good. And one of the bands is All at Odds, and they have just some of my great friends are in there, and Mike Johns played. He played for at. He's in their band. He played with Hemlock. He was a lead guitarist.
Okay.
So he's just a great musician, and he's got some knowledge in those areas.
Yeah.
So we like teaming up, and it's All at Odds in the October, and we like teaming up with them, and doing shows with them, and it makes it more fun.
Yeah.
We're all together. It makes it more like a party, like
Yeah.
we were talking
Yeah.
about before.
Like a fraternity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So.
So, had a great question to ask you, and it just went.
Oh, sorry.
Well, no, not your fault. It's mine. I'm getting old,
Well, one of the things we want to do along those lines is now go to, let's say, we go to Phoenix for the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
3 bands.
Right.
And then schedule a few shows.
Right.
So just to change the environment and make it harder on the band. And,
Right.
And go through all those things. Use our own equipment to do that.
Right.
And then go somewhere.
Well, and that's the thing that kind of pisses me off sometimes, is that, well, hey, come out and play. We can't pay anything, but you'll get some exposure.
Right.
And what I always say is, you know what? People die from exposure.
Right.
So,
right.
I mean,
Right.
they expect you to do this for free.
Right.
I mean, you've got the drum kit that they have to haul out there, all your equipment, and
Right. Yeah, and we were doing a lot of showcases,
right,
and I stopped doing that because of that, because we had gotten what we wanted, and
Right.
and we are playing like that now for very little sometimes, or and that will end.
Well, sometimes you have to do
You
it.
do. We have to do it, and the thing is, we're in a good situation because we could kind of do it on our terms,
Right.
and I can control it.
There you go.
But I'm not 21, so I'm not looking to run around and play for $200.
Right.
Okay. But I know I need to do a certain amount of that
Sure.
to get the band good. So if I'm going to do that, that's where I'd like to be, in another city doing that.
Exactly.
And just anything that could further our experience.
So the house parties, I'm fascinated by this
Yeah,
because
that's pretty.
it's like,
Uh,
well, like I said, I had a guy in here last year, and he was saying that's what he does,
yeah,
and I had no clue,
right.
you know. So if somebody was interested in doing that, how can they contact you?
Good question.
Don't tell me, tell them.
I will tell them. So basically, we are under Joe the Associate on all social media. It's like WWDBTV.com is our website. Um, uh, on Facebook, Joe the Associate, and they can email us through any of that. Instagram, Joe the Associate.
Okay,
So Joe the Associate on anything, and then they can just email us and leave us a
gotcha.
message. We would get back to them with pricing and
Okay,
figure out the situation. So yeah, that's it. And we're gonna overhaul. I have a lot of help. I have Miss Jackie Gould over there helping us out too. But we're gonna overhaul all of our social media. We're getting ready
okay, good. Yeah,
because we weren't really ready for that before, but we feel like we are.
but it's you learn as you go along,
Right, right, right.
right?
It's a lot of
And
stuff
and
now.
you do what you can until you can do more,
Right,
and
right.
that's it.
And that's the
And
thing.
so the question that I was going to ask you finally came back to me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Uh, was how would you classify your music? What rock, hard rock?
Another great question. Okay. The one of the ways I define it, even though the band, they're all younger than me, so it sounds kind of aggressive sometimes. But like the last album was called Retro Rock and Power Ballads.
Okay,
So I like to think of it as this: we're playing classic rock,
right,
but it's all original songs.
right.
And so what I say as Joe the Associate is, it's all of the hits that should have been made.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a
So
that is a great tagline. You need to
yeah,
use that. Yeah,
yeah. As we keep going, we'll
yeah.
start to market it. But we feel like every song that we put out could have potentially been a hit, like
Right.
70s, 80s, something about it that people
Back
like.
back when the industry was more concerned with the music than
Right.
they were the image,
Correct.
and that's the heartbreaker.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know. And anyway, so is there anything that we haven't covered that you want to make sure gets out there?
Um, just to come and see us, give us a chance live, follow us on social media, and when we're playing live, come out and see us, and we will try our best not to disappoint you. With the more people there, the harder what the band plays. We're a hard-working band, and that's it. Look out for the associate band, Joe the Associate.
And so you get that energy from the crowd.
I love it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I'm starting to.
and that
Yeah,
kind of it's almost like a feedback. You can tell if you've hit the mark, or if you need to change what's going
sure.
on, or
For sure. And yeah, I mean, there's like, I remember learning those lessons too. Like, we're playing everything fast, and then we do a slow song, and we slow the whole crowd down. Well, I was like, oh, that probably wasn't the best time.
yeah,
But then sometimes you play it, so yeah, reading the crowd,
right,
obviously. But what's happening to us now, which is really special and a lot of fun, is they're keeping us up there requesting songs from us, and we're like, okay, well, we got to play it if they're
yeah.
asking about it. So we're getting ready with that catalog is important for us.
So do you find, or have you found that by playing other people's stuff helps you improve your own? Um, uh, it's like this is already established. You know it. You've heard it. You've felt it. And so by playing it, it kind of helps you with your own creativity.
I like it. Yeah, it's fun for everybody. It,
Yeah,
it gets me in a little different world. I'm
right,
out of my mode. I have to play. So
right.
we played Time of the Season last
Okay.
time. and go your own way.
Okay.
And that's the kind of stuff and that's where we feel our music is geared
Right.
anyway. So we like it would be like modern versions of those.
Okay. So I'm gonna find out where you're playing next
Okay.
time, and I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna request a song.
All right, I love it. I love it.
And I'm gonna request.
Oh, you mean a cover song?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
don't know, that's a little
I
tough
want you to study all of Sly Stone's stuff.
one. Okay. How about I'll learn one
Let
slide?
me take you higher.
Okay. We'll look at it.
No, I'm just
that
messing
would be
with you.
tough, right?
Don't. I would never do that to you.
Oh, thank you.
Uh,
I thought you meant one of my songs. It'd be hard
oh
to play one in my category.
Usually, what I'll do is I'll go and yell out "Free Bird."
Oh, right, right. Well, that was when I was starting, we were playing at the backyard in Henderson.
Okay.
We would get on, and there were some really great players, and but we would keep yelling "Freebird," and then we actually wound up playing it a few times. But the guitarist was so good. I'm like, oh man, he's killing it.
Do you in playing in somebody's backyard? Do you get hassles from the neighbors?
Oh well, that
Sometimes.
was actually just a place called Backyard.
Oh, okay, okay.
But it's called Johnny Max now, I think.
Oh, okay.
It's in Henderson.
Right.
But if we were, yeah, they got to ask the neighbors.
You might want to try over at the composer room too,
Okay.
because they're always looking for new acts and new talent, and they kind of rotate stuff around.
Well, we like I said, we felt like we are now ready to do all that. So
Okay.
now we're going to send out all our social media. Now we want to be on the stage.
That's why you're here.
That's what part of this campaign.
The word out.
Don, were you a detective with this?
I'm a retired cop. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Okay, that explains things.
Actually, it was FBI, but I'm not allowed to talk about that.
Okay. Yes, that's part of that marketing campaign.
Yeah.
We want people. We're getting out there. We want people to see us. We had a last time we played. It was good because on social media I could see.
Right.
We got more people now. It's great. So we want to keep doing that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, thank you, man.
No,
I appreciate you
Yeah,
coming in.
I appreciate you.
And I appreciate all of you, all you people every week that come back and watch this show and all the other ones. Like I said, we love your support. We appreciate your support. And don't forget, this Saturday I'll be down at Barnes and Nobles on Rainbow doing a book signing.
Wait a minute. You're an author?
No, I just go down there, and if you buy a book at
Oh.
Barnes and Nobles, I have a little table set up, and I'll sign it for you.
What?
Any book in the place.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
But usually I'm there for about an hour before they figure out what's going on, and then they run me out of there. So anyway, hey guys, thank you, and don't forget, if you're going to do it with styles.
Nice work, John.